15 fun facts about New York City. There is nothing like that first view of the Manhattan skyline. Nothing can prepare you for it. Not even the dozens of times you have witnessed it in movies. And each time we visit New York, we can't get enough of seeing it with our own eyes. Be it from Brooklyn Bridge Park or the top of the Rock, Manhattan is the first spot in the eyes. You know, as well as we do that, this small city means twice as small as London City. Boasts more groundbreaking and historic events than some entire countries. Many avid travelers like us might think that there is nothing new to uncover in New York City. But that's not the case at all. New York is still an ever-changing city with many layers. And these fun facts about New York will make you realize there is ever-changing more to this city. Here we go. Fact number 15. New York Public Library houses much more than books. The New York City is that the New York Public Library has many weird and wonderful collections. Aside from the 50 million books, it is stores locks of hair. Yes, NYPL owns the locks from the heads of Wild Bill Hickok, Wade Friedman, and Mary Shelley, amongst many others. Stay weird, New York. Fact number 14. New York invented some curious culinary delights nowadays. Monster fruit shakes and crown concoctions are everywhere in the city. But thanks for the New York's colorful heritage, it also invented dishes you would assume aren't American. For example, did you know the English muffin is from New York? How about spaghetti and meatballs? Or pasta primavera, or eggs benedict? Yes, even ice cream cones are from New York City. Fact number 13. Times Square was not always Times Square. New York and its streets and landmarks are always evolving. So before Times Square named itself after Times Square, the New York Times newspaper, it was long ago square. Not every exciting bright knob. The name originated in London district and was a simple residential neighborhood. But the introduction of street lights and billboards transformation it into the chaotic place it is today. Check out things to do in Times Square, a walking tour and nearby attractions. Fact number 12. Lightning strikes the Empire State Building a lot. Lightning strikes seems like an uncommon occurrence. But one of the fun facts about New York is that lightning hits the Empire State Building around 25 times per year. We are very thankful that modern engineers know how to absorb and deflect such as a massive amount of energy from the tall building. Fact number 11. The Statue of Liberty was a gift from the French. It was somewhat ironic that Lady Liberty is an iconic symbol of freedom and the American dreams. When she started her life in Paris, French sculptors Bartholdi and Eiffel built her to celebrate the friendship between the US and France. You likely recognize the latter sculptures named from another famous French structure. In year 1885, they sent a Lady Liberty in a 350 pieces packed into 214 crates. Though her frame holding right arm arrived much earlier in 1876, so The American displayed it in Philadelphia until the rest caught up with her. Fact number 10. Central Park has a wealth catwalk. Speaking of Central Park, not only you find lots of birds there, but it was a place for New York elite to shop. Central Park Mall has the only straight path in the entire park leading up Belthoda Terrace. But at the end of the 19th century, New Yorkers would know it as a promenade. Many parks had one of the specific intentions of allowing wealthy peoples to stunt along in the scenery. This was so other people's means also shuttering the fine clothes could see them and admire each other's wealth. We do not know what New York's elite would make of US in our practical travel gear. Lucky for us, there is a plenty more to do in New York these days than walk up and down a path. Fact number 9. New York is a top bird watching city. Yes, there are more than pigeons in the city of New York. Experts have noted that there are around 275 species of birds in the few boroughs. There are only 800 different bird species in America, so that is quite a significant percentage. If you are a keen birder, you will find more of the New York City birds in Central Park. Depending on the time of year, you can spot a northern cardinals, blue jays, eastern screens, owls, and plenty of herons. Fact number 8. But going topless is not. Though you might not see many locals strolling around the city in only their pants and shoes. They could if they wanted to. And that goes for people of all genders. You might be wondering what the laws on toplessness are like, whereas in the United States they are a little fuzzy. In the many states, women's breasts fall under the umbrella terms private parts, so men can be topless in certain places that women cannot. And in some states there are particular cities where it is illegal, but topless freedom is legal in the city of dreams. So in New York, the old shop window sign should be say no shirt, no problem. Fact number 7. Honking your horn is illegal. We promise these facts about New York are 100% true, but we understood why this one sounds made up. Because if you have ever sat in the back of the yellow taxi cab in traffic, you know New Yorkers honk their horns. But unless it is an emergency situation, drivers are not allowed to make excessive noise. That laws also include car alarms, and NYPD can issue fines of up to $350 for offenders. Fact number 6. Grand Central Terminal has a whispering gallery. We have been there and it's true. In the domed walkway of New York's famous Grand Central Terminal, there is an unbelievable architecture marvel at play. If one person stands in one corner of the tiled wall and another stands on the opposite side, they can whisper to each other, and the other person will be able to hear. It is a result of the perfect arches And there are many examples of other whispering galleries around the world. St. Paul's Cathedral in London is another. This is without a doubt one of the most fun facts about New York. You have to try it next time you are in town. Fact number 5. New Yorkers speaks more than 800 languages. No list of interesting facts about New York is complete without mentioning the city's diverse population. As a collective, the city citizens speaks around 800 languages. Almost half of New York households speaks more than one language, and 1/3 are born overseas. And because New York has the biggest population of the United States city, 1 in 38 people in the United States are New Yorkers. We are spoiling you with all these extra facts about New York City, but we know you will agree New York would not be New York without the plethora of cultural influences. Fact number 4. The first pizzeria in the United States opened in the New York City. One of our favorite fun facts about New York has to be about food. The first pizzeria in the United States opened in New York City in year 1905, as certified by the Pizza Hall of Fame. Lombardi's Pizza on 32 Spring Street is still going strong, and it is now one of the around 1,600 pizzerias in the city. New Yorkers had noted that the price of a subway tickets goes up. Pizza does too. They call it a pizza principle. Now, if someone could convince Lombardi's to revert back to their 1905 pricing of the 5 cents a slice, there would be some of very happy subway riders. Fact number 3. New York is the birthplace of LGBTQ plus rights in the USA. In year 1969, the police raided a bar called the Stonewall Inn in New York Greenwich Village. It was a safe haven of people in the LGBT community, and instead of submitting, they fought back. The event sparked riots and a worldwide movement that makes New York one of the friendliest queer cities to this day. In fact, means yes, we are going you more NYC facts for free. More people identify as LGBTQ plus in New York than in any other American city. Though, in anyone surprised that New York is so welcoming to people of all backgrounds. Fact number 7. The Big Apple has an unusual story. The city's actual name has an interesting story behind it, and one of the nicknames does too. A Big Apple referred to prizes awarded at a horse racing event in year 1920s. Since the term means the ultimate prize or the best, many musicians and journalists started referring to New York with this name. In an attempt to boost tourism after some bad press, New York's tourism board adopted the Big Apple as an official nickname in 1971. Want to know some of New York's other nicknames? The main one is Empire City, a city of dreams, and the city that never sleeps. Fact number 1. The city original's name was New Amsterdam. Yes, these New York facts are starting right at the beginning. Did you know that the New York was at first not New York at all. The original name was New Amsterdam as Dutch settlers were the first to arrive in the area around year 1624. But in year 1664, the English took over the renamed the city in the Duke of New York's honor. Not only that, some of the most iconic New York places had original Dutch names. Wall Street was Wallstraat. Harlem's was Harlem, and Brooklyn was Brooklyn. So friends, do subscribe britfacts channel and hit the bell icon for more upcoming and interesting videos.